just about to start and I heard one of my children coughing. I'm going to assume everything's okay. Because I'm a good dad. This is a funny thing where I kind of want to go to bed, but it's quite early. Oh, I got really loud sound here, hang on. And I just don't want to do anything. Not like with my life, but, you know, I could start some other game and just play on my own. I could, I don't even know what else. I have homework I could do for a course I'm in. Sorry. And, you know, it's another one of those days when my wife's gone to bed. My kids have gone to bed. It's early. And, yeah, I'm just not feeling anything. And then, like, we had this really early dinner. We had dinner at 4:30 because of my son's hockey. It was the wrong one, wasn't it? Oh, no, it's the right one. And, I just didn't want to eat anything, so I just had a bowl of cornflakes. It's the second of the day. And they're not Kellogg's cornflakes because those have gluten. So I have weird off-brand hippie cornflakes. And this is my life now. Cornflakes for days. It's like Bachelor Days, really. It's a fair bit like Bachelor Days. I don't want to play long or anything. This is what I wanted to do, and I thought about other options, and this was what I thought would entertain me the most, so. But it turns out I might be leaving anyway, because I think there might be a child in need. Oh, what a weird sound effect that is. Does that wolf have the same sprite as Lone Wolf? I think it does. You notice them huddling around Realm. They're realizing she's a 10-year-old girl. And in this part they're all protecting her, but she's as powerful as anyone else, arguably more powerful than anyone else in game, really. She's got the highest magic stat, that's the stat that matters the most. The HP differential between characters in this game is incredibly trivial. It's 50 points max, so... Those are both ice sounds. I wonder what the significance of that is. Is this Yura fellow an ice esper? It would be kind of neat if you could get Yura later. I also find it odd that there's an upper level fire esper, and that's the only level 3 spell you learn from an esper other than Tri-Touch or Valagarmanda. I stopped playing the other day when I did because I was anticipating the huge amount of cutscenes that I didn't want to sit through. Now, what's Realm gonna say here? Because this was a mistranslation. Yeah, see, that as opposed to, it's getting hot out here, isn't it? And then Strago, I think, said kids. Should I try and fight one of the Guardians? I'm sure it won't be any different. General Leo probably is going to be a little less strong than usual, frankly. I like his stopping to laugh between each one. And despite stopping to laugh, that fairy's still sitting there. It's the only one that tries to run away, but not very quickly. That looks the same. Shut up. I got a company, eh? I was hoping I was going to avoid that today. Well, we may as well check out Leo. He's got Bushido. And a Mirazame. Why did I decide that? Huh. Well, I hope he can actually beat Kefka. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I might have done something weird. I don't think I need to do anything. I don't think there's anything he can really inspect of interest. Dishonorable. Funny, it still said Bushido in the menu, but here it said tech. Why did that do 0? Well, it's considerably faster and not that much less damaging. Oh. You know, normally Leo can end the fight pretty darn quickly with his special command, but I had to kind of cannibalize it to make my custom command, so we've got this weird, not quite normal Leo. This version of Kefka, I think, has super low magic power, though. For Faraga to only do damage in the 200 or 300 is kind of nuts. Let's try Sword Tech 4. Not much stronger than his regular attack. Well. He's still pretty great. He's just a little less unique seeming, which is interesting because he's got a wonderful little custom command called Tech. This really is a pretty stupid instance of where the cutscene mechanics are different from the game mechanics. Someone casting Faraga should have a good chance at killing Leo. Someone jumping on him with a bladed weapon shouldn't. If that's what's happening, it's not really clear. Utter bastard. That's a funny choice of words. Frightful energy. I believe you can actually see there's one extra stone than there was in the previous sealed gate cutscene. I had commented that there was some kind of glitch preventing a final stone because there were too many sprites on screen or something like that. I think that I observed the extra one on the top of the pile there. Bahamut's here to help. They'll fire breathe the bullets right out of the air. I wonder what these cutscenes would look like if there were a new modern console version of this game. What exactly would be happening? It wouldn't be these swooshy espers moving in zigzag formations that look like espers you've already obtained. So he says he's going to neutralize the abilities and the armor disappears. And I always assumed he was doing something to wipe out magic, but if he had that, he'd be really smart to use it later, you know? My thought. But again, there's the cutscene and game mechanic differences. Is anything funny gonna happen here? Warm to the touch. He's gonna have to learn a lot of magic points in order to make use of that magicite. He'll need levels for the MP too, right? Is he gaining experience for collecting that? I don't know. In bed. Why would they assume that? Oh, I guess it's reasonable to assume. Okay. Wonder how long they just hung around Thamasa until the airship showed up. Doesn't matter. She can't do it. I guess she can still be an artist and just not have a magical drawing-related command. Now, how is this line going to be handled? Huh. Relevant on this day. Okay. Don't think we need anything in town. When we get on the airship, I think we get more cutscenes. Come quickly, no time for laughing. Terra has a neat line here, actually. Okay, that's the same as vanilla. It's funny that the land is breaking and these poor people are having bad things happen to them. But, where could they possibly be living? I mean, the entire continent rises and the only break with land was with a bridge. There are kind of a lot of floating continents in games. A little bit overplayed. We should make a top 10 list. Top 10 floating continents. You got Lufia, Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy Legend 3, aka Saga 3. You can kind of almost put Xenogears in there. What else? Rip our planet apart. In vanilla, I believe it was rearrange the face of our planet. Well, this is stupid, but I think the first thing we have to do is go to the stupid auction house. Right? Do I have money? I have some money. Why do I have so much money? I mean, I find like, normally I feel like I have to, get a little bit of money in order to get these espers, and I do some Velt play. Ugh, a splendid chest. No, you don't hear anything. I wish this auction was a lot better. I think there are some patches for that, right? Oh ho ho, there's nothing I can't buy. It was a novel thing to be here. It's too bad the results are like 100% predictable. Yay! I'll give you 1,000 gil. Hop, hop, hop. Wouldn't that be great if we got Zone Seek right now? I'd be pretty happy about that. And then we'll just never come in here again. I don't want to accidentally pick the affirmative option. Duh. Is that actually the intended name of that item? Where in vanilla, the Angel's Ring is the Cure Ring. Sometimes I talk to him from the other side, because I think it's funny the way they accounted for that by having your character run around the dude. Oh man, I don't want a splendid chest. Let me walk out of here. If this was Chrono Trigger, I would be allowed to walk out of here. I'm sighing as if I have big problems in my life. You can tell that I've got it pretty good. Oh. We have established that I don't want this, and that one lady really, really does. At least I'm not getting all the gag gifts, so to speak. I don't know. I guess they are mostly gifts. But we're talking about the imp, the airship, Chocobo, talking Chocobo. Oops. That was weird. No. Stop. No. No one wants Angel anything. Stupid angels. I'm probably not supposed to say stupid angels. No. That was dangerous. Was I going to say something about stupid angels or something different? Oh, about, like, I could use save states to just reload the save state every time I get a bad option go, but despite the arbitrariness of the hack, you know, I don't want to undermine the fact that there's a design here that I'm trying to accomplish normal game things in. So, I don't know. I'm not going to start cheating now, although, I mean, the game is a different game. It's still a game with rules that I made up, and I'm going to respect them. That's not crazy, right? So what I'm saying is no save scumming. Hey! Zona Seeker. Zona Seeker respected what I was saying about no save scumming. What's the point of the other girl there? What does she do? I'm pretty happy to have those. I don't know that they're going to do much of anything for me, but... Golem is a funny one. Does Golem have even a single unique spell about it? Who do we want? Lowest level people? Lowest level seems to be Realm, and then a bunch of people at 18. So do we have a Thief at 18? We got Locke at 22, Gao at 19. We want a White Mage, so we got these three all together. Celes is lowest level. And a Black Mage, so we got these three all together. We've used Setzer the least. So this is our ramshackle team here. Oh, I guess I assigned gravity to Zona Seeker because there was a conflict with something else, I suppose. But also because Phantom is a white magic Esper. Raise, Cura, Regen. Yeah, that sounds good. How about you? Blizzera. Or that. Maybe that makes more sense. Now she already has Cure and Poisana. What about him? He, I think, has no actual magic yet, right? Oh, just Blizzard. So... maybe Rod for a bit? Celes, I think, has Slow. Yeah. Does Celes have Warp? Okay, she'll learn it from the Chocobo suit. Alright. What about you guys? Well... I've enjoyed having Hermes shoes on my whatchamathingy thief, which I call whatchamathingy. Oops, that's a mistake. Yeah. Okay. Now what are we actually going to do right now? We're not going to find the floating continent, right? What should we do? Maybe we'll go fight bombs or something? Because that's a thing we like to do. There's no point. There's no missable rage. Nice to experience what's in the game, though, right? One of my cats agrees. Quietly. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best plan. Not especially harmful or anything, but... So the reason we're here is because there's an encounter with a single enemy called a grenade, and this is the only place it happens, and the only time in the game when you can do it, really. I enjoy that special Hawkeye effect. I like the noise it makes. What about Intenger? Do I have any means of dealing with that thing? Usually stop is what you use on it. Does Golem teach stop? No. Why did I do that? I played a fair bit of Minecraft today. A little bit when I gave myself a break from some work I was doing in the middle of the day. And then a little bit with my son at the end of the day. I enjoy Minecraft. I like infrastructure. Seems like everything I build is a straight line road. But I still, for whatever reason, find that pretty satisfying. Probably not everyone does that. I don't know. Where are the grenades at? Raise is valuable. So I guess we'll stick it out. No one else teaches raise? No, I guess not. Okay. You know what I wanted to do today? My son was up and playing video games. And playing video games with my son is great fun. But I had a real hankering for Avatar The Last Airbender. Seriously. Suddenly I just really wanted to watch it. And so I was aware that back when I first subscribed to Netflix, which was pretty much around the time Arrested Development Season 4 came out, Avatar The Last Airbender was on there in its entirety, but then it got lost, I think in an exclusivity agreement with a different streaming service provider that is now defunct, so figure that out. Anyway, there's no Avatar on Netflix. There used to be Korra, and Korra seems to have quietly disappeared recently. So that totally sucks. So we have Apple TVs in the house. I was considering just getting it on our account. What's interesting is, at least where I am locally, you can buy the complete series of Avatar The Last Airbender for $50, I think. You can get the complete series of Legend of Korra for like $54 or something for some reason. The Korra is in HD, because I mean that was produced in HD, but Avatar The Last Airbender was not. So I'm looking through what shows up when I search for Airbender on my Apple TV. I know, kind of not the best technical solution, but whatever. And they have released Avatar The Last Airbender, Book 2 and Book 3, in HD, which is kind of amazing. But each of those two seasons are $50 when the entire series is $50 bought as a package. It's hard to justify that to me. I think we pretty much got Unicorn and oh well, Phantom. Unicorn and Carbuncle left to go. Yeah. All I'm thinking of is basically the early World of Ruin. Celas will mostly be on her own. It's actually pretty strong, really. Where are the grenades? Grenades are pretty strong enemies. They stand out because they're gray. And I think their HP is like 1500 or something. It would actually be kind of nice if Setzer learned Blizzara before we encountered Grenade, but no big deal. Oh, okay. Big deal then. I may as well keep him on gravity. I'll probably never cast the spell. This is stupid. You know what? I do want to get a good night's sleep tonight. Once I find a grenade, I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to feel okay about it. This is the most pointless session possible. Realm's gaining levels. I talked before about how little experience the Phantom Train enemies are worth. Like, this is very strange for someone to level up here. At this point in the game. Which is not to say it's impossible, it's just like, for this to be the place of Anywhere, it'd be like gaining a level, fighting a Rabite in Secret of Mana when you're at level 20. That'd be kind of odd. But if you're at the right position, of course it's going to happen. That probably was not worth drawing attention to. Whatever. Where are the grenades? This is rather annoying. I know I'm in the right place because there's no enemies other than bombs, but where are the grenades? I don't recall ever having trouble finding grenades before. Maybe Ted Woolsey Uncensored did something. That would be unfortunate. I don't even need to fight the grenade, I just kind of want to. You know, Final Fantasy V had a pretty good mid-game, challenging, optional enemy. And I'm referring to the Gill Turtle. This game has hidden enemies that you can only access towards the end of the World of Balance, the first half of the game. There's the Grenade and Intenger. They're not exactly hidden, they're just places you never need to go. Grenade, I would say, is more hidden than Intenger because, like, this forest looks pretty innocuous. Inconspicuous. Someone tell me if I've used words incorrectly. Everything's important to me. It would be nice if it was more important, more impressive, but I still like the idea of beating the somewhat challenging, somewhat hidden, mid-game, somewhat powerful enemy. Why is it not showing up? I'm giving this until 9:30 and then I'm quitting. And I'm gonna say I am never gonna encounter a grenade ever again. Oh. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, you came at the perfect time. Well, I always say I'm gonna leave. If someone shows up every time I say I'm gonna leave, I should add. Look at that, I gain high potion from these guys. I'm trying to fight grenades for no particular reason. They are somewhat rare, somewhat... Don't say yeah, maybe I shouldn't, but then what? I want you to be prepared. I guess I don't need to say when I'm going to leave, ever, right? They are the bomb. No, bombs are the bomb. Grenades are the grenade. Good line, though. This forest is full of only bombs and occasionally grenades, which are gray, very strong bombs. And bombs are like nothing compared to my party right now. Even if they all self-destructed, which I don't even know if their script allows it, they would only do like 150 damage or something. But the grenade is, I think, 10 times stronger. And it's a bit interesting. I would like to fight a grenade before we destroy the world. How is the forest still standing? That is an excellent question. Earlier in this stream, I was talking about when the cutscene logic is different from the game mechanic logic. And this is one of those things where you've brought up a point about kind of the world's ecology doesn't make any sense. Why would all these bombs live in a forest? And how would it still be a forest? Yeah. They probably would have used a volcano, except that I don't think there's a volcano-appropriate tile set in this game. You know what, there is, because the Cave to the Sealed Gate is full of rocks and lava. They should have had a bomb volcano. A volcano is a terrible place for a bomb, though. Is there a good place for a bomb? Not a forest. Also, these bombs have faces, and they are able to take actions. Doesn't that kind of mean they eat something? What do they eat? I'm not encountering anything else. They're cannibal bombs. It makes me worry about the woodland creatures, you know. What happened to the squirrels in the bomb forest? We ask the real questions here. Well, let's just get thunder, because why not? And I'll keep playing because Brian's here now. I'll get pretty pissed off if Setzer wins at MP, casting the stupid Blizzard spell again and again and again. I'm basically just complaining a lot, I've noticed. I need a good attitude. So, Brian, how do you feel about all of the male celebrities raping everyone? No good. That is probably the right way to feel. Yeah, I don't know. The one that irks me the most, although they are all irksome, is probably Jeffrey Tambor. Although I get the sense that his isn't... I don't want to say something terrible, but as severe. Like, it sounds like it's an old attempt at starting something with an assistant, and that it wasn't like a terrible act took place. It's still, you know, not a good thing if something bad happened. But I'm going to swap off, by the way, this. But then, you know, as much as you want to feel for the victim, you do think about how much you value that person's role in your life as a provider of entertainment, separate from the person and what they've done. And so it makes me worry, not as much as I worry for a victim of sexual harassment or assault, but it makes me worry about things like Arrested Development Season 5, which I know is filming now. And when you got the case of Kevin Spacey, which is kind of a crazy one, he had a movie that was due out literally like next month, a Ridley Scott film out next month that they've now canned. Or actually, they've recasted him, and he was in the lead role, and it was going to come out next month. They recast Kevin Spacey's role with Christopher Plummer. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I get it. That took me a minute. Oh, goodness. That's some joke there, Brian. Sure. I don't even know what the film was. It doesn't sound like something I really care about. For that matter, I don't... Oh, hey, a grenade! Finally! That's happy. I'm gonna kill it in one hit with Blizzara. Blizzara? Ooh. Oh, I didn't kill it in one hit. I legitimately thought I was gonna kill it in one hit. Uh-oh. Somebody's dead. Oh, they're not dead. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of chromosomes. That's funny. That's what took me the time. Because, you know, who doesn't love a good chromosome joke? Thank you. Thank you for the congrats on finding my grenade. I felt like I should do it for completion's sake. Normally in this game, the game rewards you for encountering every type of enemy in a slight way. There's one character whose abilities are based around, essentially, to put it in a simple way, just what enemies you encounter throughout the game give you abilities. And so it's nice to run into every enemy, but because my characters have kind of base abilities that, well, really they're just not very intricate. What am I gonna do to this guy? Probably get killed by it. Let's try and get killed by it. It's the animal boy, so you do kind of remember things. That's interesting. This is not going to be good. Yeah, that's not good. So, yeah, you pretty much want normally to encounter enemies a lot of people miss them, and it doesn't matter terribly. I'm here. You know, I better encounter it and then run, just so I've encountered it. There's no other important enemies, are there? I mean, I'm sure I've already missed some. So Osmos was an interesting thing, but I think I'll just die if I stay here, so... He gets new skills. He's got, in vanilla, in the undramatically hacked version of this game, he has a massive list of skills, and it's basically one representing every normal enemy in the game, nearly, and he's got a chance of using a special attack based on that enemy. He also inherits their elemental properties and status immunities, and he can be kind of overpowered if you know what you're doing with him. Is there anything I need to do here, or should I do Floating Continent? Depending who I bring, I might have a pretty bad time. I think this is probably the team to bring now. So Realm's the lowest level. She'll stay in because she's the lowest level. We got Black Mages. May as well stick with Setzer. May as well... Oh, I shouldn't stick with Locke. And, you don't bring Celes to the Floating Continent. That's a minor mistake. Or maybe you do. I guess I have to because of my rules. And I'm going to go ahead and not explain that statement. Unequip those not now in my party. And then I will pick... Find the Floating Continent. Well, I'm gonna pick the ones I just picked. Come on now. This is okay, right? I think this is okay. This part's fun. I didn't get a full heal, did I? Crap. Give him a bloody lip. That line from Vanilla is kind of odd. We're going to equip a suitable weapon. Thunderblade. That didn't one-shot it. That was probably really close to a one-shot. Okay, dummy. I was talking much earlier about how around this point in the game, back when I was young and playing this, I'm still young, when I was younger and playing this, I would always make a point of making sure my party had 1,000 HP before the next area, because there's enemies who can use an attack that always does 1,000 damage. And it just seemed like I should always be able to survive the attacks that are being thrown at me. It turns out that's crazy overkill, and I probably shouldn't have done that. Thank you. Oh. Didn't like that. Raise is kind of an expensive spell. have a lot of high potions. I didn't pack a huge number of Phoenix Downs. Yes, I should have had over 9,000. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's important to say. Thank you so much for saying that. Just in case you get hit. I don't remember how many of these fights there are. I know there's 2 bosses immediately after all this. Oh, that was nice luck. Yeah, I used to always get to 1,000 HP by around this part, which is a little bit over-leveled. And then it's kind of funny because I've played stat maxing runs, which are low-level games. And I'm used to doing this with the lowest possible level characters. And it sucks, by the way. Usually the best strategy is bringing in who you called, what, the Animal Boy or something you said? The Animal Boy. Beast Boy from Teen Titans appears in this game. And he has a couple of rage attacks that do like mass water damage and things like that, and so he's pretty valuable during this segment. Rawr. Was that supposed to be a sexy bar? I mean, I know that it was about Beast Boy. I still feel like I should ask if it was supposed to be sexy or not. Oh. Something curious indeed. I think it was before you came in. I was talking about Avatar, and Netflix has dropped both Avatar: The Last Airbender a while ago, and recently Legend of Korra, which it had on inventory for a fair amount of time. And I just suddenly had a hankering for some Avatar action, and I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't have access to it. Might as well keep that. Those were some good shows. And no, I wasn't thinking of it because of the airships, but that airship scene with Toph towards the end of the original series was pretty amazing. Couldn't say which one is better. More people seem to be saying that. At first it was like, there's no way Korra is better than Aang. But increasingly I find people saying, I don't know that I can say for sure which is better. I've heard people talking about the Netflix Castlevania, but no, I haven't been able to give it a shot yet, really. I could do it instead of something like this. Someone was telling me it was quite good. We were talking Castlevania. A guy named Rue, who I'm friends with from Squareville days, showed up here, and I think we were talking about it. There was a grammatical error. Mr. Chupon's taciturn. It's pretty going, only 4 apps. It sounds to me like people are excited about it though, like maybe they'll want to order more. For some reason, Setzer did crazy damage to Typhon with that blizzard attack. Like, that's strangely powerful. Whoa, that was also strangely powerful. Season 2 was already ordered? Yeah. Good boss fight. And then this enemy actually has a useful steal, but I don't have a thief in my party because of my rules. That'll become clear eventually. I don't think this will be a hard battle at all, especially with our Thundera access. And I haven't even used my focus, but that would help. Always bring a thief. I like bringing a thief. What happens is that the reason I avoided a thief is because we get a forced thief after this battle. A bit. I thought it was called a spec. That bit has pretty good defenses. I don't think we're going to overcome the Air Force with that bit there. So we're going to attack the bit. Okay, good. Thundera. Eye of Thundera. Thundara? Thundara sounds better. Steal things. That's what true heroes do. Well, yeah. Zidane in Final Fantasy IX was a pretty good hero, and he was very thiefy. And Locke was the male lead in this game. I don't know, thieves in the Final Fantasy series are generally pretty heroic, I think. Yuffie wasn't really. Final Fantasy VIII didn't have a thief trope. Now that we battled falling through the sky, because the boss battles in this game are so realistic, here we are on the floating continent. I always found this to be a bit of a enormous difficulty spike. Yeah, main dude is a thief in 12 too, you're right, yeah. 3 of the main characters are thieves in FF12, I believe. Okay, what are we gonna do with you, Mr. Shadow? How about a thief bracer and Hermes shoes, just like the other guys? And, this is fine. There aren't earth attacks here, are there? I like that speed bonus, so I'm keeping that on. How are you doing on your Fyra? Pretty good. Okay. Good. What do you equip with? Siren. That's also good. You're fine. Alright, we are set. Oh, should I keep going because I enjoy your company, Brian, or should I go to bed? I love the music here. This used to be like... I don't know, I think I've said it a few times, but this was one of my favorite musics in the game. And back in like 96 or whatever, when I was finally getting internet access and I found all these places where people had uploaded video game music as MIDI files, you know, we would get the MIDI file of Shadow's theme and you think, this is awesome. And Terra's theme, you think, this is awesome. Figaro Brothers theme, this is great. It took a long time to get the first one for Magitech Factory, possibly because it's got different instrumentation. And that was very exciting for me the first time I got a MIDI format of the Magitech Factory. It took a long time for me to ever get a MIDI of the Floating Continent music. That was not commonplace. Maybe other people don't like this music as much as me, but I like to think it's because it's complex. Yeah, MIDI files were great. I mean, with my first internet-connected computer, the hard drive was 1.2 gigabytes. So, didn't hold a lot of music files. Plus, MP3s weren't commonplace. In fact, I think I had an MP2 player for a short while. And the files were bigger. If you were doing like a WAV file transfer, you would wait a day to get a 3-minute WAV file, and you could only have like 10 of them on your computer because they take up the whole damn thing. And that is why I had a Japanese friend sending me cassettes of non-localized video game music. I got to enjoy the soundtrack from Rudra no Hihu back then. That was pretty fun. The early days of the internet were strange times. Terrible storage space, terrible internet connection, terrible processing, but it all seemed like magic at the time. It seemed more magical at the time than it does now. Now it's just normal. Stay up or go to bed, do as I will. I think I'm going to go to bed. I think I owe my wife an early morning, and I think I'm going to hockey tomorrow too. So I'm going to go to bed. But it has been nice chatting with you. I saved, right? Should be good there. Alright. Good night. Have fun.